Hi, I'm professional sports handicapper Ross Benjamin of rbwins.com. It's Tuesday, July 28th, and it's time for another edition of my Major League Baseball free pick segment. I have two underdog picks for today. I gave out three yesterday. One of those games got canceled, the Cleveland-Chicago White Sox game. We're going to use that exact pick again today as one of our two selections. I'll go over that real quickly. The other two we went 1-1 with, and we made a small profit. Like I mentioned to you yesterday, folks, you can go 50% with Major League Baseball underdog picks throughout the course of the season, and those profits will add up for you, and you'll make money. Yeah, I know a lot of you say, well, that's not very good, Ross, but you know what? You can go 50% on Major League Baseball underdog picks and make a heck of a lot more money than some people do, going 60% throughout a course of a season and giving you favorites of 155 or greater each and every time, or an average of 155 or greater. You do the math on that. You could figure it out. You don't need me to be giving you those big favorites. Having said that, okay, we'd like to always do better than 50%, but I'm just making an example of such. And yesterday is a perfect example. 1-1, a winner on Kansas City plus 114 as they destroyed Detroit on the road 14-6. And we lost with the Cincinnati Reds plus 106 as their rally fell short in the ninth inning, and they lost 8-7 to the Milwaukee Brewers. That's a Reds team that trailed in that game 8-1 and then loaded the bases in the bottom of the ninth with one out down the run and couldn't push that tying run across, unfortunately. Having said that, as you see, based on $100 per game, you would have made $14. If you play $1,000 a game, you would have made $140. Whatever your increment was, you made a profit, and those profits add up through the course of an entire season. Now, the one game that I had yesterday, as I alluded to, the Chicago White Sox at the Cleveland Indians, was postponed. That same matchup will happen today at 3:40 p.m. Eastern Time, game one of the doubleheader. I'll go over the same details exactly as I did yesterday. Cleveland's coming off a 9-2 win against Kansas City on Sunday. That was their previous game. Yesterday's game canceled. The Indians scored 9 or more runs 18 times a season ago, and they followed that up by going 6-12 in their next game. The Chicago White Sox were embarrassed at home on Sunday, 14-2 by the Minnesota Twins. In that game, their starting pitcher went just 2/3 of an inning and had to be pulled because of poor performance. Their bullpen pitched 8 1/3 innings of baseball and allowed an atrocious 10 earned runs. Anytime you have a Major League Baseball team that is coming off a game in which their bullpen had to pitch 7 innings or more, and while pitching those 7 innings or more, the bullpen allowed 4 earned runs or more, and they're facing an opponent like the Cleveland Indians, who have not allowed an earned run from their bullpen in any of their previous 3 games. Cleveland opened the season 3 games against Kansas City, not allowing any earned runs. Those money line teams have gone 30-10 against the money line since 2016. That's good for 75%. Again, folks, the team in which their bullpen had to pitch 7 innings or more, and they gave up 4 earned runs or more, like the White Sox did in a previous game, and they're facing a team like Cleveland, who has not allowed an earned run from their bullpen in each of their last 3 games. They've gone 30-10 since 2016. That's good for 75%. In addition to those 40 games, the teams that won 30 of those contests, their average money line was plus 120. We're going with the Chicago White Sox, who right now are plus 135 at BetOnline over the Cleveland Indians in game one of a doubleheader that starts at 3:40 p.m. Eastern Time. Our other selection comes at 6:05 p.m. Eastern Time and involves a game between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Washington Nationals. The Nationals are off to a poor 1-3 start. They've scored 2 runs or less in 3 of those 4 games, which all resulted in losses, including yesterday's opening game of the series loss to Toronto 4-2. They're sorely missing some of the players they had a season ago. They saw Anthony Rendon leave via free agency during the offseason. He produced over 130 RBIs last season. Ryan Zimmerman, the glue and the veteran leader of the Washington Nationals, opted out of the 2020 season due to COVID-19 health concerns. And then Juan Soto, the bright young star who had a terrific year last year and was exceptional in the postseason on their way to Washington winning the World Series. He tested positive for COVID-19 the morning of their opening game. So they're sorely missing those 3 players. The Washington starter tonight will be Austin Voth, and Voth in 3 career starts in July, which all occurred last year, had a 7.36 ERA and 171 WHIP in those outings, so that's not going to help. And then you're looking at Tanner Roark getting the start for the Toronto Blue Jays, his second year with the Blue Jays. Last year, he was a road underdog of plus 125 to plus 175 on 7 separate occasions. By the way, Toronto's plus 126 at bookmaker right now. And in those 7 games, Roark went 7-0 in those team starts, and the Blue Jays won by a whopping average of 6.1 runs per game. We're going with Toronto here, plus 126 over Washington. Repeating again, the Chicago White Sox plus 135 in game 1 of the doubleheader at Cleveland. And also we're taking the Toronto Blue Jays plus 126 at Washington. Be sure to visit my website, rbwins.com. There you'll find all my paid selections. Tough night last night, including a real tough loss with the Pittsburgh Pirates plus 160, blowing a 5-1 lead, and ended up in the 9th inning. They had a 5-1 lead. They allowed Milwaukee to storm back to tie the game, and then they eventually lost 6-5 in 11 innings. Having said that, we move on to the next day. Like you all know who have been following me for a while, I don't get panicky over a losing day. We move on to the next day, and we win that day, and we win over the long haul. And that's what we do at rbwins.com. Until the next time, God bless, take care, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.